This is INCRadio, DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good morning and welcome to INCRadio Washington, D.C. Satellite Studio. I am your host, Sister Elisa Mojica. Today is Saturday, December 28th. December 28th? Wow. That means the year is almost over. That's why today we will be talking about our 2024 and how we plan to reset the button this coming year. Before we continue, I want to give a shout out to our early birds in the chat. Let's see. We have Sister Anne Marie, we have Sister Laura J, Brother Ajay Dulay, Sister Lysel Soriano, Brother Christian Agron, Brother Richard Soterio, Brother Keith Oterio, Brother Joseph Soterio, Sister Nidel Ibarro. So good morning to everyone in our chat. But before we get into our main discussion, let's play a little game to wake us up a little bit. So with this game, we will be showing a photo with 3 to 4 items stacked or combined. If we can show the photo right now. So the first photo will be blurred, and then you will guess the different items in that photo. So the first photo we have, let's see. There you go. So everyone will have to guess what those photos are combined. So we have our guest this morning. Before she answers, I want to check the YouTube live chat if they have any idea. Sister Alexis, do you have any guesses in mind? Oh, she's muted.
I see a heart, a flower, and an apple.
Oh, let's see if we have Sister Lara J guess an apple. So that's one of them, correct? And that is correct. We have a apple, heart, and a flower. There you go. Correct. Ding 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 ding.
Yay.
Let's check the next one, the next photo. Ooh, that could be tough. So this one has 4. Let's see if we have any guesses on that. Sister Anne-Marie also got the first one correct. Apple, flower, and heart. Let's see. And tuning in from Temple Hills, we have Sister Len Cruz. We have Sister Michelle Santos tuning in as well. Brother Mario Oka and Sister Lade Watley. Okay, any guesses, Sister Alexis?
I see a hat, a star, a bag, and some socks.
Correct. Yes, it is. Hat, socks, bag, and a star. And Sister Nidell guessed socks, hat, star, and a paper bag. And so did Brother Keith. He said star, hat, socks, and a bag. Sister Emery said, I saw a cowboy hat at first. And so did Sister Laura J. Got it correct. And our third photo, let's see the third photo. Ooh, what is that? We have four photos in there, by the way. Any ideas?
Oh, for me, it's a strawberry, glasses, banana, and a spoon.
Ooh, wow, Sister Alexis is quick with it. That is correct. Glasses, spoon, strawberry, and a banana. Woohoo. Wow, Sister Alexis is good at this game.
Thanks.
Okay, let's check out the last one, the last photo. The last photo, there are 3 items in there.
I think this would be fun to play with the INC kids.
I know, right? I feel like this is what they will enjoy, and even with like so much color in there.
Yes. I can see them saying, "What is that called again?"
Any guesses with the three items? Let's see. Any guesses?
For me, I see yeah, headphones, the sun, a clock, and
Yep,
that's
there it
it.
goes. Yes, Sister Anne Marie and Sister Lara got those correct. Woo! So everyone, I want to thank everyone for joining our discussion. I mean, not discussion, our icebreaker. So now let's get into our discussion. I'll pass the floor to our guest this morning to introduce herself and her local congregation.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Sister Alexis Mira. I'm from the local congregation of Washington, D.C. Shout out to Washington, D.C.
Ooh, shout out, shout out. She's from Washington, D.C., local congregation of Washington, D.C., district of Washington, D.C. Okay, so, 2024, we're almost done with the year. It's already like how many days before the year ends? And I want to ask you, if you were to describe your year in three words, what would it be?
I would say blessed, of course, impactful, and humbling.
Ooh, wait, those are nice words. I wasn't expecting that. And can you explain why he used one of those words?
I would say humbling because God continues to remind me to just let go and allow Him to do His work. Every time I thought I had it all under control this year, that's when I felt the most anxious and ready for the shoe to drop. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean when I say that? And once I chose to fully prioritize God's will and surrender all of my own, I felt such a great sense of peace and belief that I'm highly favored and taken care of by God, and that whatever happens will be His will and ultimately His blessings.
Wow. And
Very
that's
humbling.
that's what you use, humbling and blessed. What was the second word again?
Impactful.
Oh, how was it impactful though?
Impactful in the sense that this was the year of just prioritizing my personal development, developing myself in all the ways that will help me in my duties
Mm-hmm.
as a district multimedia officer and as a choir member, and in the work that we do in the CFO and all the things that I want to do for the CFO. I want to develop myself, and I have been with of course, with the help of God, and always prioritizing His will, prioritizing worship service.
Mm-hmm.
um, it's really made an impact on me prioritizing myself
Mm-hmm.
in kind of selfish sense, but in a sense that so that I could best serve God and best serve others
Mm-hmm.
and help others serve God best, if that makes sense.
Wow. I totally relate to that. Those three words actually. And even when you said impactful and how you really learned how to prioritize God in your duties, I have a short story to share actually because during the 110 practices, it was mostly weekends, and that's when my assignments were due. Okay, I mean, it was also me problem because I kind of procrastinated. I didn't really work on my assignments throughout the week, but I would usually do them on a Saturday. Like I would put my assignments all on the weekend, just work on it. But with the 110 practices, I couldn't. But when I would get home, I just do it like after the 110 practices. And so you know how late it was, but even though um even though with that I was able to finish and also pass that class. That was one of the last classes I needed. And so I was like, wow, this is what really happens when you put God first, because
Exactly.
I was always putting my mind into those practices. So yeah, those three
Exactly.
words, I love those three words that you
Yeah, I can
used.
totally relate to that. When I was in college, I think everybody in our district is pretty familiar with CBI.
Mhm.
Before CBI was active and we didn't have many activities, school was hard. It was
Mhm.
hard. It was draining. I feel like I was low in energy. But whenever I would immerse myself in the works of the district, that stuff gave me energy to do my schoolwork.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what you were feeling.
Yeah, it's that superhuman energy with everything you do for real. And what's a lesson you learned about yourself this year that you will carry with you to the new year?
For this year, I've definitely learned that, and going back to your question of why I chose the word humbling, going back to just surrendering God and letting go and allowing Him to be at work in my life, I've come to realize that I'm capable of so much more when I allow Him to work through me. Like
Hmm.
truly unstoppable. Like there's literally nothing I can't do. And same goes for everybody else, who just allows and makes the choice to do that, makes the choice to just let go and allow him to work through us.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like as long as you're doing what's right, everything will just go not as like your way, but God's plan. And that's really the best plan. Your plan is not even like, it's not even all that.
It's not even that close to what he could give you, you know? It's
Yeah.
nowhere near. So that's definitely like what I really learned this year. It's like, am I allowed to use the word like, I was going to use the tripping. Why was I so worried? Like, why was
Yeah.
I so anxious?
Yeah,
He
that's so true. Like
knew,
I was worried for no
yeah,
reason.
he knew what was best.
Yeah,
I
even with
didn't.
the little things, I would actually wake up and then as I'm going to work, I'm like, okay, when I get home, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But then it doesn't go as planned. So I'm like, it's always a reminder like, okay, everything you plan in a day doesn't even, won't even happen all the time. So
Yeah,
that's like, always put your trust in God. So
for
what's that
real.
habit you want to break in the new year?
A habit that I want to break in the new year is staying up late.
Hmm.
I could definitely be prioritizing sleep much better. So, and especially as I'm getting older, you definitely just like need more sleep.
Yes.
I'm going back to what we just said. Although I said like I'm truly unstoppable and there's nothing I can't do, that's within the lines of doing what I need to do, what's best for my health, you know?
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, for real. With getting older, I'm starting to realize you have to have that energy from your sleep to go on with like throughout the day. You need it. Like you can't always rely on coffee, but that's what I always do. So I think that's a habit I want to break as well. Get my sleep schedule fixed and avoid drinking coffee almost like every morning. But
yeah.
yeah. Was there something that you wanted to work on this year, but couldn't find the time to focus on it? Because I know beginning of the year, we're always like, oh, I want to do this, get it done in the new year. But then, as what we said, it doesn't go as planned as always.
Yeah. um I hope and pray for God's help to help me to become a better choir member. Maybe some other choir members can relate to not putting your hymns away when you should,
Mhm.
organizing them.
Being on
Sister
time
Lila's
with
probably
everything.
listening to this right now. Yeah, just making time for that. And because I know it can get really bad. The stack can get like and then I suffer because I'm like, oh my goodness, I need this hymn. And now
Hmm.
I'm looking through this pile. And yes, I just really need to be better at organizing my hymns and
Hmm.
prioritizing that throughout the week.
Oh, yeah,
Because for
yeah.
me, I'll do it like on one day in the week, like the day before like choir practice, and I need to do it like a little bit
Mhm.
each day. So
And so that was a goal you created beginning of the year?
yes, that was one
For
of the goals, one of the many goals.
Mhm. So
Um,
as what you said, you would reset that goal and then do it in the next year.
yeah, for sure, for
Would you
sure.
create a new one?
I think that's my goal.
Oh.
Just doing it a little bit every day.
Taking it slow.
Yeah, coming up with a way to just be a choir member every day, not just on worship service days.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
So
So as we look forward, how do you plan to reset for the new year? It could be like physically, mentally.
for me, part of what I've learned in my personal development journey this year is that The external things are highly affected by my mental things, what's internally going on in my heart and my mind. And I've come to realize that practicing gratitude and grace for myself and practicing that gratitude and grace for how 2024 went, and praying to continue to be blessed in the coming year.
Mhm.
That's kind of how I'm resetting for the new year because I found that practicing those things and not being so hard on myself when things don't go my way, that just allows me to be open to receive God's abundant blessings. Always going
Mhm.
back to that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the
So,
important thing as well. And Sister Laura also said, if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. That's
very true.
that's really true. This is my first time hearing it, and it makes so much sense. So, make time for your wellness. And Sister Emery said, I learned that I'm more capable than I think I am because I put all my trust in God. I worry less when I give it all up in prayer, and it really pays off. Yes, yes, I love that answer. So, in the new year, what's a habit you want to build instead of, because, we were talking about breaking one. What's the one thing you want to build?
So, going back to what I talked about with practicing gratitude, I want to do that. I want to build that habit of doing it throughout, like multiple times throughout the day,
Hmm.
because it allows me to just like stay grateful throughout the day. And we all know what it feels like to feel grateful. You just feel
Hmm.
happy, you just
Yeah.
feel blessed, and you're able to like just do your best, you
No,
know?
yeah. Because for me, when I wake up, I'm like, oh, I don't want to go to work. I'm so tired. I just want to stay home. Why can't I do something else? But then I'm like, okay, I'll switch it up. I'm gonna be like, I'm so thankful I can drive to work, I can go to work. And like you have the abilities to do stuff. You gotta appreciate everything
Exactly.
that you have.
It's like, "Oh, I'm so grateful that I have oxygen to breathe.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful to have a nose that functions, that allows me to breathe, a
Yeah.
car to go to work,
Hmm.
a
Yeah,
job that gives me income."
yeah, it starts there. You start slowly, and then you
Yes.
start appreciating everything that you have in your life, which is, yeah, that's really a great goal for 2025. I actually wasn't expecting you to answer this way. I was expecting to be like, oh, I
Lose
wanna
weight.
get better at like a sport. I wanna start this and
Oh,
that. Oh, wow.
yeah,
Great
and I just feel
answer.
yeah, thank you. I just feel like when you practice gratitude and grace, it will leak into everything that you do. Sports, worshiping God, going to work,
Mhm.
and you're just like literally, our goal is to shine as lights. You
Yeah.
are a light when you're
Mhm.
just grateful and you're exuding that energy onto others, and it's contagious.
Wow. And speaking of shining as lights, for our last question, what's one way you hope to inspire others in 2025?
I hope to inspire others by continuing to grow myself, developing my mindset, continuing to also instill hope in others, especially because I know what that's like to, like, when the pandemic happened, a lot of people lost hope. We were like, what are we going to do?
Mhm.
What, like, a lot of people were being laid off, furloughed, not sure what, so much uncertainty. And I just hope to instill hope in others that there is a better way to live life. And
Mm.
that's by serving God. And I know that, yes, we are all members of the church. Most of us who are watching are members of the church already, but sometimes we need that reminder too, because
Yeah.
we get so caught up in our own issues, in our own daily life, especially if we don't practice gratitude. It's so easy to forget how blessed we are and forget the hope that we do have in the future. And I hope to just practice that and be a model for that for others so that we can all just be happy.
Mhm.
And despite whatever is happening, we're able to focus on the good, focus on the blessings rather than there's always negativity and there's always positivity in every situation
Mhm.
and everywhere we look, everywhere we turn. But it's really a matter of just focus on the good, focus on the
Yeah.
positive, focus on the blessings rather than the other things. You know what I mean?
Oh wow, great
So,
answer. Yes, that's very important. I really love that answer because if you're focused on what's negative, it's just not going to be good for you. But if you focus on the good and your blessings, like you'll see how, everything is going to be perfectly fine as long as you're worshiping and praying, and that's very important. So thank you, Sister Alexis, for your answers. I really do appreciate those. I
Thank
feel like I needed
you.
it as well. So before we let you go, do you have any special greetings?
Of course, I would like to shout out my parents who are in the Philippines for the first time after moving to the US when they were teenagers. Shout out to my husband who's at work right now. Thank you for working hard for us. Shout out to, of course, my local congregation, Washington, D.C. We're celebrating our year-end celebration today. And shout out to the District Multimedia, INCRadio. I know you all work hard all the time. Thank you so much for your efforts. Shout out to my fellow choir members. We all know what that's like. And shout out to all of my close friends and family. You know who you are. You're in the chat. I see you. And just keep up the great work. And Happy New Year, everybody.
Aw, thank you again, Sister Alexis, for joining us. Now let's get into our shout outs and greetings. So we have Rowena Banal. Greetings, brethren. Happy New Year. God bless. From District of La Union. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Eduardo Manalo, our beloved executive minister. And we have Brother Sonny Canlas Jr. Hello and good morning po. Happy New Year. Happy watching and now viewing. Hashtag WDC. Hashtag Temple Hills. And we have Brother Ed Ignacio. Happy New Year, brethren around the world from Brother Ed and Sister Nell Ignacio from the local congregation of Temple Hills. And we also have a few answers. So for one of our questions, we have, can you describe your 2024 in 3 words? We have Sister Anne saying, fun, challenging, and faithful. I feel like I can use so many more words, though. This year was so long. And Sister Larja said, humbling, educational, and loving. Ooh, I like that. And the other question, what's one lesson you learned about yourself in this year? I learned that, Sister Anne said, I learned that I'm more, oh wait, I said that already. Thanks, Sister Anne. And Sister Nidell said, whenever I complain about how tired I am, when I'm going to work, I pray for gratitude and remember that I prayed for this job and I finally have it. Ooh, great answer. And Sister Anne with the last answer, how do you plan to reset for the new year? She said, I've been meaning to do a big journal entry just detailing all the lessons and blessings I've reached this year and just spending time with family. So thank you all for those special greetings and comments. So tune in next week on INC Radio Washington, D.C. as we welcome the new year. And following us today is INC Radio New Jersey. And for their unstoppable support, thank you. We'd like to thank our INC Radio Washington, D.C. family for supporting our broadcast, especially to our INC Radio station manager, Brother Wally Taray, our subsidy president, Brother Angelo Manalo, and a very special greeting to our executive minister of Iglesianicristo Church of Christ, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you for tuning into our INC Radio Washington, D.C. satellite studio. Stay unstoppable. Bye.
Bye. Happy New Year.
2025.
Woo. Yay.
Before and after I eat, I wash my hands. Here is how my mom taught me to do. First, wet your hands with clean running water and apply soap. Then lather your hands by rubbing them together with soap. Scrub your hands between your fingers and under your nails. Scrub your hands for approximately 30 seconds. Rinse your hands under clean running warm water. And dry your hands using a clean towel or air dried them. Hello, I'm Sister Lillian Talons, and here's how I brush my teeth as my mom taught me. Brushing your teeth after every meal or at least twice a day is another hygiene habit that everyone should have. Brushing your teeth is an important part of your dental care routine and help to prevent gum disease. Hi, I'm Katie Natividad. My mom taught me that before going to bed and after waking up in the morning, I should wash my face. I comb my hair every day so it always looks good. And I make sure my clothes are clean before I go to bed. Good night.
But it is right to show kindness.
You know what, Ryan?
Hold on, one second. Yeah.
Hello? Earth to Ryan!
I'm so sorry. What's up?
I noticed you've been on your phone a lot lately.
Yeah, I've been really busy.
And I noticed it's been a while since you've caught up with me over phone call.
You're right. I'm sorry. I've just been busy. Like I said, family, work, so many things, life. When do you want me to call you?
How about sometime this week?
Okay, sure. I've been a bad friend. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
How has life been? Maybe I should call you next week.
Yes, like we
Okay.
discussed.
Yes, you're right.
You know, I totally understand that life gets busy, but it's still important to catch up with your friends and make time for that.
I know. That's true. I will do it. Thank you so much for reminding me. I feel like I need to remind myself and others too. I haven't caught up with a lot of people in my life.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Thank you for the reminder.
You're welcome.
No matter how busy life gets, remember to communicate with your friends and family. You never know when they just need someone to talk to. This has been a reminder from INCRadio San Diego.
When was the last time you made someone smile? When was the last time you made friends with others?
Yes, please. Hi, this is Amaya. Hello, Amaya. Let's play together.
Include, invite, befriend. A small gesture of friendship can make someone's day. A message from INCRadio Mountain State Satellite Studio.
This is INCRadio, DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.